one thing about USC quarterback Caleb Williams is that the outside noise shouldn't overshadow what a rare and tremendous player he is. Let's dig into it. Listen, this time of year, every prospect is getting dissected under him. If there's nothing there, they find whatever they can to pick apart just to see how a player or a prospect will handle that. It's ridiculous. It happens in every imaginable way, but it's just, you know, a tradition like no other. Remember what people did to C.J. Stroud just a year ago? We saw how that turned out. And I think that should teach us to take some of this stuff that is flying around about anybody with a grain of salt. I mean, you don't do what you do and put together the college career you put together at the quarterback spot if you aren't a baller, if you don't produce, if you're not outstanding. And that's what he is. Over the last 2 years for the Trojans, he put up 93 total touchdowns, just 10 interceptions. Let that sink in, people. He won every imaginable award. He's been as dynamic a dual threat quarterback as you've seen at the college level. The highlights are unreal. You've seen them. And he was consistent week in, week out. Who's out there with a problem? Like, people might say, oh, he wasn't as good last year. During the Heisman season, he was 7-5. When you look at the film and the numbers, people, he was every bit as incredible. His completion percentage, his passer rating were actually better last season. The touchdown rate was virtually identical. And for the people mentioning Cliff Kingsbury and questioning Caleb's ability to succeed in the NFL because he played in the air raid offense, this is literally the argument that I, as an idiot, mea culpa, said about Patrick Mahomes. Oh, he had to throw 1,000,000 yards because the defense was so crappy down there at Texas Tech. Like, no, I made the Lubbock argument like an idiot, was proved wrong immediately. So I hope we see Caleb land in Chicago with that #1 overall pick. He looks like the freaking Jordan logo right here. It's perfect. It matches. I think we can see him lead this franchise back into contention over the next 2 or 3 years. I said the word contention. I did. Optimist, hopeful, Pollyanna that I am. Mostly because of everything I just said about him and Ryan Poles. I believe in him. I like the way he's got this thing headed. If you have a problem with Poles, I don't know. We couldn't have a beer together. That's what I think. Caleb is the long-term answer at quarterback that the Bears have been searching for the last 75 years since Sid Luckman retired. People, okay? Don't overthink it. And until there's noise that you can like wrap your head around, Hamilton, like, shut up, I think. Like, I don't know. I don't have a grasp on the anything tangible with the noise.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a lot of stuff flying around. I don't know. As you pointed out with C.J. Stroud, what we saw last year, so much was made of him and the Wonderlic score and all this stuff. And he comes out and has one of the best rookie seasons we've ever seen from a quarterback. So it's hard to put too much stock in it. You let the film. I listened to his press conference at the Combine. He's confident. Yes, that's what you want in a quarterback. It's nothing that you don't hear from any star quarterback across the league. There was nothing that I'm like, oh, this is offensive. Oh, I don't like this kid. He's confident in what he can do, and he should be with what he produced in college.